Pod Junkie in full effect, y'all.
Hey.
You tuned in to season 2 of the Pod Junkie podcast. I am your host, Niecy, and I got my girl sitting next with me, which is
Coco.
Keisha, baby.
And jumping right into it, we introducing the fellas that's sitting in the building with us. But before we get started, we're going to give a quick little intro to the cancel culture, to the active volunteers, to the mixed race and gender, communicating with emojis. They got how many followers? Instant gratifications, popping pills, sipping lean, tattoo culture, living in a cell phone crazy world.
Bullshit.
Fellas, what's good?
What's going on, though? Like,
That's not cool.
Head first in this.
It's lit.
We got the Gen Z.
It's going
not
on.
this is not lit.
When we get started at? When did we get started?
You make it sound like a
First
project.
of all, fellas, I need y'all to introduce yourselves.
You know, I'm Caleb, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm big bro to everybody. I'm the mayor to everybody, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Sir. All right, I'm Tay. This is your local promoter for the nightclub.
Sir.
Oh, that's big. That ain't just little.
I mean,
He
he got his
international.
pros
like
and got his
shit.
cons, but it's all right.
That's what's up.
Okay.
My name Corey. I'm a famous artist. Sorry, I ain't Spray, but look though, look.
Spray.
I'm a famous artist. They call me Spray.
All right.
If you family, you can call
He
me
a
Corey.
big artist, you know what I'm saying?
Big artist, bigger than Tiger, Chris Brown, all of them. Hey.
Yeah, your light-skinned brothers, huh? Yeah.
They ain't my brothers.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into this thing. And, of course, we are, from what I'm learning, we are considered the millennials.
And I ain't telling my age.
I ain't telling mine neither.
Y'all
But
cancel
y'all
that.
make me feel old as
I
shit.
don't have no problem telling my age. I'm in my late 30s.
Good job, Nicole.
I'm in my early
Proud of
30s.
you.
I'm in my late I'll be 40.
I'm just fine wine, baby.
I'm 10.
Just get
And
better
then
with
we have
time.
our Gen Z.
Fine wine, baby.
I'm already hit. You 10?
I'm 10. This is new to me.
Promote.
I don't know what's going on.
So, okay, jumping right into it, I got a question for you guys. Being as though we are considered millennials and you guys are the Gen Z, do you really think it's a difference between the two?
Yeah, because y'all ain't really grow up with like you know what I'm saying, internet and electronics, but y'all seen it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was old enough to understand it when it came out. But with us, we was like the test dummies for it. You see what I'm saying? We was like, all right, we gonna throw all this at one time because we grew up with all electronics with like phones and you know what I'm saying? Like the first phone I seen was like what was it, like a Cricket or like a Samsung little sidekick joint, like stuff like that. But y'all,
Yeah, we
y'all
had
ain't
the
really
bloop bloop.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
We had the.
I think y'all was the
We were the test
anything.
Not necessarily though.
We perfected
They are very.
Right.
You guys are very tech savvy. Like y'all are
Like we know more.
experts.
Yeah, you perfected
Y'all are
it.
experts
Yeah,
at
I would
this
say we
point.
probably was the
Because
test
I
because we
remember
had
in school,
MySpace
we
and all
had
that.
the Apple computer. And that was a big ass,
With
Yes,
a
green,
big ass
green
The
words.
IBM.
white
Right, the
Apple
old
computer.
Jason.
And
We had
then
no
we had the
keys.
big brain to the side,
I
and
had
we had the
green
big
screen cell
cell
phone.
phone. You know, it was very. You had to have that big money. You had
We
to
had
have
the
baller.
big. We had the big Glock cell phone.
Yeah,
Big joints.
we had to.
like-
You
I
had
seen
to.
the pages.
You had to be the baller though.
The Nokia.
You had to-
Exactly.
you had to
seen the
cell
pages.
We seen
phone.
the pages.
Exactly.
The green screen, next tails, and all that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
I had a Nokia.
I feel like y'all generation
Sure, what, 10?
was able to see like the ones before y'all, which didn't have none of that, and then y'all to have a little bit of that,
Right.
and then we have
Y'all come out
we
just
got the
knowing how
taste
to
of,
just
like the boom
do
and
everything.
Right.
But then the ones younger than us, they born with the ability to swipe.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
it.
right,
like,
right. Yeah, for
facts,
sure, for
like-
sure.
I agree
Yes,
with
they
that.
are.
Yeah, fact.
Cause my son, he 3, and he, bruh, computer
Swipe.
He on the iPad.
That's
like
what I was
this.
just about to say that.
I'm like, wow. Like, I don't even know how to do
They
that.
coming out the womb knowing
Yeah.
how
like,
coming out
all
the
the
womb.
break.
An iPad, an iPhone.
Cause I'm gonna tell you,
I go to my kids and ask them, "Can you show me how to work it?" I don't
Yeah, I
know
do
what
too.
to do.
I do too.
when I remember
She
when I was
lunching.
younger, I didn't even.
2020.
It wasn't really important.
It wasn't
was
that
Yeah,
big.
it wasn't.
oh,
Especially
the
social
computer,
media, that definitely
oh,
wasn't
whatever.
big.
It wasn't really a big deal. But my grandmother kept saying, "Y'all need to get into the computers. The computers gonna
Yeah.
be big." And we like, yeah,
We didn't
whatever.
see it.
But we
We didn't
did
see
not
it.
see it because it was like the pages.
Telephone.
We didn't even have the sidekicks yet. But the cell phones, you had to be like a baller to have the car phone in your phone.
We
And
used
that
the
was
house
only came
phone
in-
with
That
still
only
had
came
the
in the
cord.
Jaguars.
Right.
You get a
Right.
Jaguar.
And they had the
Right.
cell phones.
Right.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
took.
Right.
You got a car
I
phone
ain't
and
never
a
seen it.
Jaguar.
I ain't
with
never
the
been in a
curly
car that
cord.
had
You
the-
remember?
The
Yeah.
Lexus
Never.
used to have them James
I
too,
don't
like the
remember.
truck.
It was
little
probably.
truck things.
It was
like
that.
the
It was the
70s,
Jags
80s
and
or
the
something.
Definitely the
Corvettes. The
Jags.
Corvettes
The
used to have it.
Corvettes had it.
Uh-huh.
The Corvettes.
I've definitely seen one in like a
But
great
now
car.
it's like I can't keep up.
And
Yeah,
that's, I
most
think, I
social
think that's the
media
thing, especially for us to try to grasp the fact that everything moves so fast nowadays and it's so aggressive.
Yeah.
So with us learning to adapt to y'all culture, you know, when we talk about hip hop, like even the style of rap has changed. We went from
I don't understand
Nas,
it.
It ain't
we
rap.
went
Understand
from
that.
Run
I ain't gonna lie.
DMC.
This stuff that we listen to,
It's
that's
just
not
beats.
rap. It's the beat.
It's the
I
beats
say
now.
it's mumble rap. This that weirdo music.
Yes.
Fact.
The
You
beat
know what
catchy.
started
But it
mumble
wasn't
rap?
sound
though?
like the song.
crazy
ain't
part.
I'ma
it?
tell you
Yeah,
what
yeah,
started
This is the
mumble
crazy
rap.
part. It
Go
was
ahead.
my bad to cut you off, but it was weirdo rap back then too. It just wasn't as big. It's
Well,
like
no, I would say it
Tupac
was
or
more
Biggie.
lyricism, but a lot of the
Yeah,
the
they
baby
had some
boomers
of them.
just didn't
More
understand
lyrical.
because you got to think that transition. Hip hop was born in what the early '80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So
late
you got to
70s.
think
Late
that
70s, it
transition,
was
yeah,
late
late
70s,
70s, early 80s,
79,
yeah.
80s, yeah.
So that was a transition for them. So they did not understand that culture
Yeah,
at
right,
all.
I agree.
Right.
So as we were coming up, we knew, oh, this is hip hop, this
That's
is lyricism.
hip-hop.
Like it was more
Right.
poetic.
Right.
Nowadays, you stuck like, what the fuck did he just
What
say?
are they saying?
It's no
Like,
poetry.
it's just the
it's
beat.
no
But-
love.
But I'm not
It
gonna
all
take away
depends
that
on
some of it,
the
the beat be rocking. I mean, some of it, you know, you got
It's
that
not everybody.
bounce.
It depends on
Like,
the artist.
It depends on the artist.
All artists not doing that. It depends on
But most
the artists
But most
and
are,
what,
yeah.
what,
I feel like it's
what's
what-
the
what they
agenda
push
that you're
more
trying to
to them.
promote? Because some of them I'm trying to get have an understanding with the clothing. You know, that's been a huge transition.
Yeah, that's definitely
You
been
know,
a
we come from the
transition for
era
me.
with the baggy jeans and the
Right.
big
Big
jerseys and the
shirts.
white tees.
Yeah, that's not
Say
okay no more.
something
That's
about
not
clothing,
okay.
though,
But
because-
Nowadays,
cut up.
it's a
Before
little
that-
in question
But
now.
before
I
that,
don't know if
they
I
was
can
on
agree
the
with that.
tights. They was on the
Yeah,
compression
it's the
shorts.
same.
that was
That was
bodybuilding
hype,
days,
but,
though.
But that was still hip hop.
I personally feel like
That was
still
hip hop.
Hold on, that went
That
on
was
before.
was.
they was
Early
wearing soda
hip-hop.
pads and some more.
Early
They
hip-hop,
extreme
yeah.
with it.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just extra.
Like, we're just paying attention.
But it
It's
wasn't
kind of
as
like
feminine.
extra to it.
I don't
You
think
say
that it was
what?
as
What you
feminine.
say?
Change the child,
What you say,
like
Tay?
before y'all, I feel like that was already pushed. It's just now we're pushing it harder, like
Yeah.
harder than y'all pushed it before. Then.
And plus,
And
the
be more
internet.
creative with it.
We
Yeah,
got
we
the
got
Yeah.
the internet.
Well,
It's
and that's the
easy
thing.
to
The internet is
get
just more
from one place
accessible.
to the next,
So
Big
you know
the
what I'm saying?
information
Anything.
spreads quicker.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I would say that, and me trying to understand the trend. You know, when something is pushed in front of the world, how
You know,
everyone, it's no individuality anymore. I kind of see everybody hop on just that one thing. So you ride that wave until the next thing comes out. So I think that's we're trying to understand that culture.
Exactly.
For a week or two.
Exactly. And then after that, it's like, okay, it's done, it's over with. You know,
it's
then
faster.
something else
Now
comes.
trends go
I
way
think
faster.
everything
Right.
is faster, but I think everything is repeating itself.
Yeah, definitely
As
for
far
sure.
as trends, as far
Well,
as style, like
fashion,
yes.
the way
yeah.
everybody dressed now, it's a mix of the 70s, 80s, and
It
90s.
is.
It's a mix of
Down to
everything.
the haircut.
together.
It is.
So I don't think
Facts.
there's
No,
anything
facts.
different for real.
But the
It's
reason
just
I don't
why,
think-
Well, I think it's
It's
a little
more
bit
enhanced,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they
Because-
put a little
Because they was
extra.
wearing some tight ass motherfucking jeans back in the early 80s.
But they were still looked at
Now
as
we
men
giving our own
though.
little kick,
Like
you
some
know
of
what
them, I'm
I'm saying?
kind of
It's
looking
still that
like
way,
you.
but
It
it's
wasn't.
like
Yeah, I understand. It was
dress
still
it up more.
masculine.
Yeah,
I
it
dressed
takes
up.
away from the
You think
masculinity.
y'all dress it up more?
yeah, like color wise,
Yeah.
like y'all want some bright ass colors. Like, don't get me wrong.
And which we still do. We still
Facts,
do.
But men wise, like she said, like Auntie said, the baggy jeans and all that. We don't. That's not acceptable. Like you getting joned on and all that.
Yeah,
You
my
wearing baggy jeans.
See what I'm
Unless they
saying?
some
So
cracking baggy.
Unless you
jeans,
cracking
I
though.
mean,
Unless you really,
It depends on who it is or who.
You can't just wear some fat daddies, some Timbs or something.
It's
more of an era.
Yeah, some butters or something.
But this the thing.
Tight ass shirt, big ass
Today,
pants.
because of the internet and because of all of that we just said, you could do that. You can have a nigga walking around and looking like he from the 60s, from the 70s,
Right.
from the 80s, 90s,
It's
all,
They not right
all in the
necessarily.
same group.
and that's cool.
It's
But
cool,
I think
but
I
That's
think that
true.
the
That's true.
I think
Right
that
there.
the
I
issue
agree.
that I'm
Not saying.
having
Fact.
is that everyone is so busy with trying to outdo the next person with trying to stand out and be them own selves that it's clashing. So it's
Yeah.
kind of it's like, damn, that's wild. You know, like you came out the house wearing this, you know. Back then,
because
you
a lot
didn't
of
see
people-
people with yellow hair and
Yeah.
green dreads
Yeah.
and
You mean
like,
men?
Men.
Oh, okay.
Men,
Okay, 'cause
men
I'm
in
about to
general.
say,
I was gonna say I was wearing all
Men in
that.
general. I mean, we were wearing the colorful wigs, but you didn't see men really into like dyeing their hair. You know, we grew up off of I can say the first musical artist that I've really seen like dyeing their hair was probably like Cisco or some
Or
shit.
Kwame.
You know, like
Right.
he was the
Kwame
trendsetter.
definitely did that.
So
Kwame did that. Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
the platinum blonde and stuff like that, and even back then it was like the fuck,
Right.
But
like
in the
that is
80s,
hair.
but that's the 90s. But in the 80s, they was
They
rocking
did all
that.
of that.
Yeah, they
The
did all
men
of that.
did
All
all
that-
of
all
that.
them
That's what I was about
hairstyles,
to say.
I get inspired by
Everything
that.
That's
has
true.
came
Well,
from when I
yeah,
was
with
younger.
the haircuts and
All
all that.
types of
Yes,
stuff.
the
They
kid
was
play. Like,
was-
yeah, it did come back
All
out.
the
But what I'm
colors.
saying is
Yeah.
more.
They just make
Yeah.
it more acceptable for you
Right.
know, to be
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I like fire like people, you know.
You literally
yeah.
dress your avatar and you walk outside and you
Yeah.
do what you
You
gotta
be who
do.
you
Right,
want.
right.
But that's
Dress
how
how you
it
wanna
was,
And
right?
yeah.
But that's how it was
But,
in the 80s.
okay.
It
Yeah.
was like that in the 80s.
So-
So everybody dressed who their own individuality was. And nobody cared. Prince can go out there with jeans with his ass out.
Yep.
Everybody looked at him
But
as a
Prince was
man.
known
Right.
for
But
having all the
everybody-
bad bitches though.
But it don't matter. You can have bad bitches now and have your ass. If you got your ass out
They
now
gonna
and you
yep.
in this industry,
Man,
you're
you
gay.
wild.
They
Wow.
look at it gay. Back then
Wow.
when I was growing up,
Kids go
it was a lot of men that were gay.
Yeah.
It was a lot of women that were gay. It was acceptable.
Yep.
Nobody spoke on it. Nobody spoke down on
Right.
it. Nobody spoke up on it. Nobody made anybody accept it. It was
Right.
just accepted.
But that
You
could
know
be,
what I'm
but that could be
saying?
so
So
now
that's the
that we have
difference.
social
But
media.
now,
acceptable.
but I think the difference now, everybody is sensitive. Everybody
Extremely
is sensitive
sensitive.
to everything. Even people are sensitive because they get disgusted over the smallest
Yeah.
shit
Right.
that been going on for centuries.
But you know why?
You
It's
know what I'm
different. It's
saying?
different
Social
People
people.
media
are
because
mad
of that
about
too.
biracial
Everybody.
people. That shit been going
But you
on
know
before
why?
before
I think
time.
it's more. But I think it's more so because of the platforms
Biracial
you got.
relationships, people are still
That
getting
been,
mad
that
at
been.
that.
Facts, but I don't.
For
I
what
believe
reason?
I don't
it's
see it at
because
the
of what
race.
somebody
Because I
else
think
is,
it's
though.
more
In
of
certain
the
areas, it
pressure
shouldn't be
from
like
race.
that.
If they took the
And
internet from us,
sexuality.
if they took the internet from us,
That's what I'm saying. That's the
Y'all-
biggest.
Everybody would
you
shut
wouldn't
the
hear
fuck
nothing
up.
about it.
Nobody
You wouldn't
would
hear
think
it.
Everybody
about
was
that.
shut
Right,
the
that's
fuck up.
why we were like that.
Facts.
We was shut the fuck up because we had no
We had no
way.
way.
So you feel
You
like
had to be
because
outside in the
the
field.
internet is so accessible.
Exactly.
Because
You
y'all
have-
are
you
a
have
generation where
different
you
That's what it
different
do.
off of images. Like images
like-
is the biggest thing.
I feel like it's like everybody got their opinion and they able to put it out
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Wake up before they wake up or whatever, go to sleep. They
Well,
get to put that out
comes
there.
from the social platforms. I kind of think that
Yeah,
that
the internet.
But
Created-
anything on the internet.
Yeah.
Anything.
narcissistic behavior. Everybody feels entitled to their
Right.
opinion.
Yeah.
You can't, if you
That's
debate
why
or
you
if you
hear
don't
more
agree,
of an
then
opinion. You have more
Yeah.
platforms to put
Everybody
it out.
has
Yep.
that. So what do y'all think Generation Z has to bring to the world now? What can y'all do different?
I think they already bringing a lot. to
No,
the world.
what can y'all do different to make it better, or y'all making it worse?
I personally.
What do
feel
y'all
like-
think?
I feel like we're making it better. Like I feel like everybody should be able to be who you want to be. I don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like girls, you a guy liking guys. However, too, you should be able to make your own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I feel like we enforcing that more. Like, granted, it's not being accepted in many ways or many cultures, countries. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what we doing. We influencing people to be who they want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
I do see a
feel
lot
like-
of that.
Yeah, I feel like, and I feel like too, dang, like it's a lot of entrepreneurship going on. It's a lot
for
of like,
sure.
it's a lot of like like knowledge being thrown around. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Then it's a lot of dumb stuff going on too. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's bringing both sides up.
Right.
It's
So,
empowering both sides. I feel
Let
like,
me
like, it's a yin
intervene
and
just
yang.
real quick. So, do you think that YouTube is beneficial for the culture, or you think it kind of hinders a generation where they feel like they don't have to be as progressive in education? Because a lot of people
I feel
look
like,
to YouTube
nah.
to learn. Like it became a
University.
completely
Yeah.
like a
Why
tool
not
for-
though?
Yeah.
I
Not
mean, when
necessarily,
you say
though. I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with it?
Nah,
With
because
YouTube University?
Everybody don't learn.
it's YouTube
seeing.
University.
Nah,
But
facts.
I agree.
Hands-on, a lot of people
I
learn,
agree.
Like for example, myself, I don't learn just seeing it.
Visual.
Like,
No, of
I
course.
see it.
No, of
See what I'm
course.
doing,
I
you know
agree.
what I'm saying, too.
Some
It
people,
just-
Right.
and then you got some people that are book smart. And
Right.
do it
Right.
off the books. You know what I'm saying? Some people, like you said, hands
I mean,
on.
yeah, I
and
feel
you
like-
got
Yeah, and I'm
visual
more of a
learning.
visual learner.
But this
Yeah,
the thing
I'm a
though. This the
visual
thing
learner.
though.
Me too.
With the things that you watch visually, you could be doing it at the same
Time,
time as
right.
you're watching it on YouTube. So it's better.
And
than,
that's something that y'all
Boom.
bring to the table because
Yeah.
I see how y'all are able to multitask.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
You can do like
Yeah.
5 different things at
Exactly.
one time.
And I'm
I watch
tired.
my
I
kids
can't
and
do
I,
it.
and I'm like, okay,
tired.
she could be on the phone, but she could still be able to do her homework and she could still answer
Yeah.
a question that I asked her. So I'm like, wow, we wasn't that privy to just doing.
It was a lot of tunnel
Everything
vision.
is
Yeah,
moving really fast.
It's-
Y'all ain't have
it's-
But
everything
it
we
wasn't
had.
right, and we didn't. But we didn't
Y'all ain't
have
have
as much
everything we had.
accessibility
Yeah,
as they had.
y'all had
So
a
it
lot more
moves.
than we
It
had.
moves slower because we
Yeah.
didn't have that. What we had, your telephone, your home phone.
Can
But it
I
got
get my
moved.
own line?
Right.
Listen,
For my own line
I
was
had to
pressed
call
for
me
my
after
own
9
phone
o'clock
number.
when my minutes free. So
I
don't
mean,
do that. I had one of them.
well, yeah, of course we had that, but we went outside. We
Right.
engaged.
Yeah,
we
right.
socially
We did
engaged.
too.
Right.
I feel like
Yeah, we
our
did too.
generation did too though. I grew up outside.
Yeah, we
I
you
know.
know,
Well,
we grew up
y'all
outside.
had-
We
y'all
grew up
did.
outside.
Y'all did.
We had no
All of y'all
choice.
had to go.
We had no
outside.
choice.
outside.
Yeah.
But the kids now,
Yeah.
It's already put away.
Video games.
It's
are
already
now.
put-
they meeting up in the video in the
Video
game room.
chat, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the
They
thing.
not
And I'm
even
like,
going
wow,
outside.
they on a video
that was
game.
the next question I had. What do y'all think about the generation after y'all? Which is
Shit
called, what
fucked
is the
up.
next generation?
Fucked up generation. Fucked up X.
They call it alpha.
I don't know, but they fucked up.
Alpha.
Yeah,
But
alpha
I must
generation.
say because
That's what they call
everything
it.
It's so many names.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
I'm like, what
it's
the
still
fuck?
the same shit, just a different level.
Nah,
I
they
don't
more
think it's
turned
the
up.
same.
No,
Nah.
they
I
more
don't
turned
think it's the
I
same.
don't
They
think
grew up-
it is.
you
I
gotta
think they
understand.
moving
I don't think
fast
I know
into
nothing
something
about
that we
that.
ain't never seen.
So explain to us,
So
like,
look,
what do y'all think about
look.
this generation up under y'all, and what can y'all do to influence them to make it better?
Here's
what
my
can y'all
opinion.
do?
It's not too much we can do. It
about to
just
say,
has
they
to happen.
hard.
And the second thing I gotta say is like the generation under us is more influenced off games and music and fake niggas just rapping about something that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like they believe
It's
everything
an
they see on the
illusion.
screen.
The
Exactly.
illusion.
But
So
that's another thing that's been going on for decades.
nah,
It's
no,
been going
exactly.
on
But
now.
No,
but see,
it's
but
going
listen,
down.
but listen.
You gotta think that we come
Yeah.
from the
Oh, the
product.
internet. I keep
believe that.
forgetting the internet.
We
Nah, but
can't
listen.
rule that out.
Nah, but
We
listen, we
definitely
took
had
it
it.
different though. When we was hearing bullshit, we took it different because we know we was raised by the
y'all
right
did.
people. You know what I'm saying? So we know, all right, that's all right. We know we can't do that, but we know niggas probably doing that. Whatever the case is, niggas listen to something, they think they could do that. You see what I'm saying? Niggas play GTA, they think they can kill a nigga and then wake up the next day, think they good and rob it. Nah, they think they can live that life. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna speak for the whole generation under us, but that's most of them. You see what I'm saying? They so ready. Like
They
And
already
plus, you gotta
influenced.
understand too. They gonna grow up with like how we like know the metro and that Jane moves slow and all that. They about to grow up with the bullet train, like
Yes.
the Tesla train going to New York in 30,
In 30 minutes, yes.
And they not even gonna know what that is. Like,
Right.
so everything gonna be
Fast.
fast-paced.
Fast-paced.
So do
Everything
y'all-
is
Like,
moving.
fast.
It's gonna be a
They-
robotic
they gonna
world,
put
very
us- yeah, they gonna put
fast-paced.
us out of business.
So do y'all- yeah.
Nah.
It's gonna be.
Nah, look though, but one
It could
thing,
be
Might as well-
self-destructive.
Go to Japan right now.
nah, look though.
We living in a real life matrix now.
Yeah,
Wait, so what?
the nigga named Ricky or some shit.
I went to
Bro, it's a robot,
yeah, it's a
Slim.
robot.
That scan
It's
shit.
a robot. I
Like,
seen it.
talk to the drink. The drink put stuff on shelves.
Yeah, it does. It does.
nigga named Ricky.
It's one on 450. The one on 450.
I was just there today. I didn't
That's
see
crazy.
Oh, they bring
Yeah,
it out.
you gonna see him the next time you go.
I'm about to go find
Yeah,
it.
can I help you?
see this.
Nah,
So
look
do y'all
though.
think they're gonna be more lazy though?
Look though.
They already
I think that
lazy.
it's gonna put.
Nah, look.
It's gonna put a lot of people lot
I
of
feel like
jobs.
Right.
I feel like it's more because so the generation under us, it's like a big drug epidemic with like pills and
Yes.
lean. They more so going back in time for real, like more so like back in the 90s and
Woodstock.
80s, crack and all that shit was what I'm saying. Most niggas did that shit, and what I'm saying, niggas ain't really judged. Now, nigga, you burnt out if you do that shit now, but. Like the generation under us, them niggas gonna turn to crackheads eventually because they keep taking perks every day, drugs every day.
They think it's cool now.
Exactly.
Right,
They-
And then later, that shit gonna be.
They don't think 5-10 years in the
up.
future. They don't think about their kids. They don't think about nigga. You know what I'm saying? Soon they gonna have kidney stones in the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Their kids might come out deformed or some shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
They easy influence now.
Yeah.
However you choose. But at the
Well,
end of the day,
Certain
why-
ways though,
Well, how do y'all feel about the legalization of marijuana?
They should legalize.
big things. We got.
It really,
Yeah.
it really helps certain people. You know what I'm
if they
saying?
legalize
Grown,
it,
it's not man.
if they legalize
It
it,
ain't for me, but
nah, look though.
it helps people.
If they legalize it, the state will make way more money.
Yeah.
Way more money.
Well, that's fast.
Cali,
School-
Cali, when they legalized it, they made billions of dollars. Like, you see, bro, government is on that. They like shit. Bet, fuck it. Might as well
but
make it
they
legal some
taxing
other
like
places.
crazy.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
taxing.
they
That's the
are.
thing.
So
what is
Taxing,
the
it's the
So
state
what's the new
taxing.
drug though that everybody is like really
Them
doing?
perks,
Other than lean,
Perks, Xanax.
perks is
And that's
still
another thing I
coming
kind of
in.
feel like y'all.
I would say,
y'all generation.
Yeah,
don't really
prescription
give a
drug.
fuck about
Cookies.
yeah, cookies and runs. That's my new shit.
It's like when it
Right?
comes to
OG,
death, it's like you looking
Bubba.
forward to
You hear me,
it. Like,
right?
anytime you can pop 10 Xanax at a time,
Yeah.
you know, that's
They want
major.
it fast. They want that instant.
Gratification.
They get tired of highs too quick.
Oh,
That's the thing.
They want that instant gratification.
Yeah, facts.
Instagram is the same.
Exactly.
You get
It's
that
another
instant
type of drug.
gratification.
Right, right.
You get that
Like-
like instantly.
Yes.
And plus,
That's all it's about right now.
and plus, niggas only
That's
do
a
shit
drug,
for
for
social
real.
media.
Yeah.
Instagram is
Like-
definitely.
It's a drug.
Definitely
and it's
it is.
addictive.
Social
is.
media is the
But I
number
done
one
met
drug
some
right
people
now.
on there, bro.
One of them.
See him on Instagram and be like, God damn, see him in person and be like,
Totally
what the
different.
fuck is this?
Totally different
Like,
person,
this
right?
ain't adding up.
No, it'd be like, oh, you're not as smart as I thought.
But you can be whatever.
Like, breath stink, all that.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. You can be whatever you want to be on social media.
See,
illusion.
yeah,
It's an
that's what they,
illusion.
So
yeah,
the
facts.
grass is always greener on social media.
Hey, when
Right.
everybody be talking about Illuminati, we living in this joint right now. Like
Absolutely.
I
That's
agree.
facts.
illusion. We in an illusion. Facts. You gotta
That's
wake
facts.
up.
The
Facts.
Truman Show.
So how do y'all, yeah, for sure.
Truman
Nah,
Show.
So
It
how
is.
do y'all feel
my
about
mind. True.
cancel culture? I don't like it because I kind of feel like we X people out. The moment they mess up, they have no room for mistakes. People grow within their life. So I may not be the same person that I was 5 years ago. So I have
Right.
a chance to grow, but I kind of feel like we're on that fast pace of if you say something wrong because we living in that sensitive era,
Right, right.
you're canceled.
Right.
Right. They do be.
Nah,
on
it's-
that.
You
It's
know.
never formed like it's just blackmailing for real too in a way. If we'll kind of like you know what I'm saying, like to be honest, I don't know. I feel like everybody can create their own platform and be able to block all that. But at the same time, I get it though because like people be hating, people be they don't want you to block they shine or do whatever
Right.
and shit. So it's like it's a lot of that go on. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I don't know. Just if you, as long as you got your own platform and you building, can't nobody really say too much. Like
Right.
can't really say
Right.
nothing that can affect you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta,
yeah.
But
you gotta mentally, you gotta do that to yourself though. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta put
But you
yourself
gotta
in the
also
mind.
understand, you know, a lot of people, like on social media, they built this character.
Facts.
You built this person that you want everybody to think that you are. So when you do fuck up, people are like, wait a minute, that's not who you was on social media. Or that's not the character that you just showed us. You know what I'm saying? So I think people nowadays kind of try to build this person that they want everybody else to see. So when they do fuck up, everybody like, is this the real you? Or
So
you know what
social
I'm saying?
media creates
Right.
bullies.
Not
It do.
necessarily. I feel like
It creates
I wouldn't say
bullies.
necessarily create
I mean,
bullies.
it's just, it was already bullying.
It was all, yeah.
Yeah.
They just,
That's
I don't
a
think it
fact.
create bullies.
That's a
Right,
fact.
right.
That's a
You
fact.
just have a different platform now to bully people. I don't say it will
You have
create
some son,
them.
you can do this and you can do that, but social media ain't nobody gonna be on social media gonna be able to touch him.
Right.
It don't matter what they
Right.
tell him, what image he put out.
Right.
He know what he is as himself.
Nah,
He not worried about
nah, but
that.
look though,
But
here's what
because
fucks
of
shit
the-
up though. My fault. But like, here's what y'all like fuck shit up is like, kids grow up with phones already in their hands, so they already get introduced into that world so early. Like people, like when you 5 or 6, you're not supposed to really know what depression is and shit. Bro, niggas be 7, like niggas be knowing what that shit is because they, you know what I'm saying, of videos they seen on music they listen to. Like should be no reason why you should, you know what I'm saying, know that. So
we
I feel like,
didn't have to
like,
deal with suicide.
But you know why?
That wasn't heard of
You
in
know
our
why?
generation where a
'Cause it's
7-year-old
social
was
media.
getting bullied
That's
to
social
death, so
media.
they decided they was gonna
Like
take their own life.
even crackheads wasn't even. I never heard committed suicide. To be honest, but you got all these kids on drugs today committing suicide. It's some in it.
Were they
But
overdosing?
or they overdosing or whatever.
Right.
But it's like it's crazy because like our generation though, we gotta wake up. We gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely gotta be on point. And y'all generation too, like y'all still young out here to be honest. The internet make everybody 10 years younger for real in a way. Like
But I feel like mentally I'm old as fuck. I'm like, slow down. I might be a year behind. I'm still trying to catch up, you know, because like I said, it's moving so rapidly now. So I'm like, okay, you know, then my kids, they growing up fast, you know, before my eyes. So I'm like, even half of the rappers, I'm like, who is that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know nobody. Like when I was growing, you know, when I was growing up, it was like, oh no, like who is that? You know, so now I see
You understand.
from a parent's, you know, perspective. I'm like, who is that?
Nowadays, you play one song, it's a rap.
Yeah,
right.
I just need one good beat. That's all. I'm telling you.
Good beat, some good lyrics.
That's
Know the
it.
right
You
people.
Probably didn't really gotta do that
that.
to have no good lyrics.
Now you just gotta keep the momentum going. That's
Right.
That's it.
But
That's a fact.
I honestly believe even all them people that, you know what I'm saying, that is coming up like quick, just making a one song, one hit wonder. For example, Summer Walker, for example. Everybody talking about her like she a topic. Shorty came up, 2019? Within that year. She made one album and she's heard all over the world from her one album.
She is.
So it's like as far as music, you know what I'm saying?
I'm old as shit. I don't even know who that is.
Some
You
of
know
them, yes, you do.
But you hear it
If
every
you heard
day.
her song,
Yeah, you know
you'll
who
know.
Summer Walker
Everybody
is.
heard Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Her music is on the
I
radio.
don't know the name. That's
Yeah,
I'm,
you-
I'm
gotta
sorry,
shout her
Summer
out.
Walker.
You gotta shout her
out.
I'm gonna listen to your music when I leave.
You know who she is.
You know who she is.
Nah, but you know what be blowing me? My fault, go ahead. But like, you know what be blowing me though? It's like, bro, it's 22. Nah, it's for 10 years now. It's been so easy for people to get a job and try to like. It's easier for us to make it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't try to take advantage of that. Like in our generation, like you can apply sitting in your bed to a job. You know what I'm saying? You could literally do anything on your bed. You could really,
And they
like, you know
can't
what I'm
really
saying?
discriminate.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's
They
like
don't know who you are.
They
till
trying
have
to
an interview.
use music and all as the easy way out.
Nah. I'm not saying that, but it's
But
like
that's what I was saying
like,
about
I'm saying with
entrepreneurs,
everything though,
about
like
generation.
entrepreneurship, music. If you try to build a business, whatever the case is, it's just like easier for us than
It is
than
'cause
them.
you have that digital
you know what I'm saying? Because we
marketing,
have
right?
that outlet.
So-
you know what I'm saying?
That's like a
Yeah.
marketplace job.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
It
I mean, it's used for good purposes and bad purposes.
Nah, facts.
We was having a
Facts.
conversation like this too because like it's crazy. The music industry, the movie, everything kind of like switched and turned. People lost a lot of money when the internet came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and then a lot of people gained a lot of money when the internet came out.
Only how
Like,
you use
I was at this Kanye concert. Wow, nigga, and shit. I was at this Kanye concert
That's a whole
and
nother
I was
topic.
at Madison
to
Square
sip on that
Garden. Look, and out in New York, right? Look,
nigga riding
and
horses
all
and
the
shit in
kids,
churches back
the generation like y'all kids' age,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't watching the show. The whole stadium was packed out. Everybody smoked. Everybody turned up. It was a fashion show and a concert at the same time. The kids, they were all at the you know, where you buy the merch at. It was like 4 different merch, little James kiosks on each floor, each level. All the kids, 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 8-year-olds, they was there buying the merch. They bought all the sizes. So when like it was time for everybody else to get their shirt,
Damn.
the shirts was 3X large, all that. So them little niggas got the shit and they took it to eBay and all
And they
them
sold it.
websites and sold it. The next day, them James was sold for double and triple
Yeah.
that you bought it for at the concert.
Yeah.
And the shirt was already $75 on Gildan, like shit. So like think about that. And they resold that $300. And those are the
That's
ones
it.
younger than us. So
Yeah.
and that's how they make money. It's not going to no job labor or none of that.
Right.
They-
Yeah,
and they-
it's
and
and
they
once
big.
again, it's that
Buying
instant
something and
gratification. It's
So-
that
Yeah.
digital marketing.
Yup,
But I want
facts.
y'all to hold that thought because we about to wrap this one up. But we coming back for part 2, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned into the Pod Junkie podcast. We're gonna wrap it up. Come back for part 2. Go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, drop a comment.
Subscribe,
all of that
subscribe,
good
Pod
stuff.
Junkie.
Catch us on Instagram, pod_junkie.
Facebook.
We'll see y'all when we get back. Peace.